Today we're going to be looking at some shocking facts about Japanese schools. We've likely all gone to school or are still in school today, but only a few of us have been to school in Japan. You may assume that all schools are the same, but I can assure you there are some shocking facts and differences about schools in Japan. No janitors. In many schools, it's common to see janitors walking around, cleaning up after students. They often stay late after school and have to clean large areas of the school. But in Japanese schools, they don't even have janitors. Does this mean the schools are all dirty? Well, it's actually the students who clean up the school. Students take time out of class each day to clean the school. This isn't to save money on janitors, though. Instead, they do this to teach kids responsibility and how to look after their community. It's a good message, but how would you feel if you had to clean up your school every day? Next up is relationships. A lot of us have our first relationships at school. Sure, they often don't work out and end in a big mess, but it's good to have some dating experience. However, in Japanese schools, relationships are not allowed. Anyone found to be in a relationship must end it and will be punished. Unsurprisingly, this also means that hugging and kissing are banned in Japanese schools. People found doing this, even if they're just friends or doing it in private, will be punished. Why? Because Japanese schools want students to focus on one thing and one thing only: education. Do you think this is a good rule or not? Next up is uniforms. In most schools, you can come in wearing whatever you want. But in Japanese schools, students must follow a very strict dress code. Boys have to wear long black suits, often with large collars and golden buttons, along with a shirt and tie. Girls, on the other hand, wear much more revealing clothing. They wear short skirts, long socks, and shirts. A lot of Japanese schoolgirls also use a ribbon to keep their hair in place. Some find the girls' uniforms very shocking, as it's so liberal compared to the other rules in Japan. In fact, Japanese schoolgirl costumes are a popular choice for cosplay. What do you think of Japanese school uniforms? Next up is self-defense. One thing all schools want to avoid is people who aren't supposed to be in the school. In America, the response to an intruder in a school is usually to run and hide. However, this is not the case in Japanese schools. In every Japanese school, they have a self-defense device hanging on the wall called a satsuma. It's a long, hard pole used by students and teachers in the event of someone dangerous entering the school. They also take time out of class to practice using the device in case of a real emergency.